Hey everybody, it's Shakira. Welcome back to Glow Beauty Wellness here on YouTube. And I hope that you had an amazing week. In today's video, we are starting a new series based on a video request on life-changing books. So I have five books that I want to share with you, but to prevent this from being a very long video, I I'm going to break this down into 5 videos with the 5 books that I feel that you absolutely must and should read in order to change your life. So, the first book is going to be The Success Principles: How to Get from Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield. If you're not familiar with Jack Canfield, he is the author of The Chicken Soup for the Soul. And right off bat, this was a very easy read. Mind you, I did not like reading, but when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, baby girl, that's when you are going to start searching. At least I hope that's when you are going to start searching for all of the answers. And I just want to take this sticky note so that I can remember to go to this page. When you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, you are going to, when I say sick and tired of being sick and tired, just tired of your life being the way that it is and wanting, wishing, and knowing there is more for you. And so that wanting, wishing, and knowing is your higher self, is my opinion, telling you, trying to nudge you to do some research, to seek the truth, ask for the truth, and ask for it to come to you. Now, I don't know who recommended this book, how I stumbled across it. I just know that I ordered it. And baby, you see, this is a thick read. This was a thick read, but back in these days, I was reading like 1 to 2 books a week or every week and a half because that's how serious I was about change. When you are wanting to change your life, drastic measures have to be taken. And for some people, reading 1 to 2 books in a week is a drastic measure. For other people, it's the norm. But me, just keeping it real, for me, this was a drastic measure. And I really, 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 really wanted a different life. And so I was willing to do what I needed to do. So I like this book because it is an easy read and it gives you practical advice on what to do, right? Um, so this quote, and of course, like with everything that I read, I highlight. I believe that that is the way that you retain that information. Highlight as well as keep a notebook to write your notes and stuff like that. But I want to read you a few quotes from the book. So this is page 9. You only have control over 3 things in your life: the thoughts you think, the images you visualize, and the actions you take, behavior. How you use these 3 things demonstrates everything you experience. And so for me, back in the day, I didn't really, that this was a concept that was new to me. And, you know, this concept for me was, I wouldn't say it was hard for me to accept, but it took me some time to really backtrack where I was at in my life and what emotions and thoughts and feelings got me to that place. Here's another quote from page 27. Ooh, you deserve to have everything in your life exactly the way you want it. You deserve to have everything in your life exactly the way you want it. So he said this came from somebody that told him this. And so these are these aha moments where you're like, what? You deserve to have the life that you desire and in exactly the way that you want to. And that's what I have literally right now. And so when people say to me, or when I see online, they say, you can't manifest, you can't create your life, this is God's will. You don't have any, you don't, ooh, you know what? And side note, I have 5, so I have 6 books that I need to tell you about, because in this book, it talks about how you are not apart from God. So if you are made in God's likeness, how do you not have a place and a say in how you get to experience life? But it's God's will. Make that make sense. um, so I highlighted this because, again, at this time, I was I was down bad. I was in a bad place emotionally, right? I was in a bad marriage, and in a marriage that I created. Let's not forget that, because I manifested that circumstance literally by way of my thoughts. And I'm not going to get into like all the details, but just understand that I wanted certain things and I aligned those things, but I was not clear on all of the details, if that makes sense. If not, let me know in the comments and then I will do a follow up video. Um, Make an I want list. I'm continuing to go on and list why I just loved this book. So make an I want list. So just allowing yourself to dream big and to, without the limitations of, oh, you may not have, just wish. So I don't remember what I wished for. I would have to find the journal that I had at the time. But just think about the things that you don't have that you want, the things that you are not experiencing right now in the physical. So at that time, it would have been a loving partner, a loving marriage, tons of money, a beautiful home, tons of like money that I could just spend, without thinking about a nicer car, whatever, even the stupidest things. That's what I loved about, not stupidest things, but even the most insignificant things, versus like, so if we compare good health to $1,000 handbag or a $10,000 shopping spree, two different things, but still wants that you may or may not have, if that makes sense. So this book is giving you the opportunity to dream big and to exercise that muscle, because most adults and even children are rooted in this reality that's so dense, that does not give you the chance to dream, that does not give you the chance to see life outside of what you see, like right here, right here, right here. This book gives you the opportunity to dream big. Think about your goals. Think about the things that you accomplished in the past. Um, no matter how insignificant they are, or insignificant they seem to be. Another one of the activities that this book had you do was write down your successes from birth until your current space. So to the point where it's like I successfully graduated first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth, on high school, college, da da da. And what this does, in my opinion, what it does for people, it allows you to build confidence in yourself and the things that you already have created, and it gives you the confidence to create more. And this, I don't know, it's making me emotional just thinking about this, because think about, maybe for yourself, how we beat ourselves up every single day for what we don't have. That's why I made that post in the community post, on the community page of this channel, because we get so caught up in comparing ourselves to the person next to us, the person we see on YouTube, the person we see on Instagram, the people in our lives. We compare their wins to our wins, and our life seems so insignificant when that's not the truth. I mean, giving birth, successfully raising kids, going to college, going to high school, going to cosmetology school, going to phlebotomy school, becoming a real estate agent, being a successful personal trainer, whatever you have done, holding a career for 5, 10, 20 years, graduating first grade, like all of these little things are accomplishments. And when we look at them as accomplishments, and we are standing here today, and we express gratitude for where we are at and the things that we have and the things that we've been able to experience, it really allows you to grow in your confidence and allows you to move forward in life and to create more successes. So this was big for me, because at the time I lacked confidence in just not necessarily in like my accomplishments, but I lacked confidence in myself because my situation was not good. Like the marriage was not good, and I didn't feel good, right? So these type of exercises make you feel more confident in yourself so that you can make the moves, like, because the book is how to get from where you are to where you want to be. So you need to build that confidence muscle in order to move past whatever obstacle you are dealing with and not allow yourself to shrink and crumble in the face of fear, opposition, or whatever. Ooh, okay. I'm not going to cry, y'all. Okay, the next thing. The mirror exercise and rewarding your inner child. Ooh, this one. This one, when I first did it, I might get emotional. When I first did the mirror exercise, and I told you all in the video about how to do it, I got emotional because at first you may not believe it, or maybe it's the first time you ever told yourself, looked yourself in the eyes, and heard somebody say, "You're beautiful." You might hear my son; he's on the video game. You're beautiful. You are successful. You're an amazing mom. You're healthy. You're killing it at work. You're killing it at school. For me, it was emotional because you're looking into your soul and you are reminding yourself of who you are versus accepting what people are telling you to try to tear you down. So this mirror exercise, and Jack Canfield talks about this, starting to feel. Oh, let me read this quote. He basically said that it may feel like you're lying to yourself. It may feel weird. You're gonna have all types of emotions, but just do it. And the more you do it, the better you will feel. The more natural or normal it will feel. Right? The more you do, that's how anything is. But he says here, the mirror exercise gives your subconscious mind, positive strokes it needs to pursue further achievements, and it helps change any negative beliefs you have toward praise and accomplishment, which puts you in an achieving frame of mind. Do this exercise for a minimum of 3 months. After that, you can decide whether you want to continue. I know some very successful people who have been doing this every night for years. Just before going to bed, stand in the mirror and appreciate yourself for all that you have accomplished during the day. Start with a few seconds of looking directly in your eyes, directly in the eyes of the person in the mirror, your mirror image looking back at you. Then address yourself by name and begin appreciating yourself out loud for the following things: any achievements, business, financial, educational, personal, spiritual, or emotional; any personal disciplines you kept, dietary, exercise, reading, meditation, prayer, etc. Looking at yourself in the mirror is a critical part of the exercise. And one last bit of advice: be sure to let your spouse, children, roommate, or parents know in advance that you will be doing this exercise each evening for the next 3 months. And it's really great if you have a partner that understands and supports um, your personal development activities, because then they do respect it. Like, I'm so grateful for my husband just really kind of being very supportive of whatever that I do to make myself a better person, because then making myself a better person makes me a better wife, a mom, whatever. Rewarding your inner child. So this talks about rewarding your inner child. So imagine if you grew up feeling unappreciated, unacknowledged, unseen, da 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 da. These type of activities help to heal that inner child, because if you think about it like this, you all, our parents were doing the best that they could with the knowledge that they had at the time. Understanding that and then giving yourself what you needed as a child, that you did not get, helps you heal that part of you and helps you move forward and not holding on to that baggage, right? Of this is what happened to me when I was this age, and da da da. My parent, and all of us have it, and sometimes it comes up like when you're triggered. It happens to me too, but this work helps to help you release the baggage that prevents you from moving forward and enjoying and living a full life. Okay, so redefining time. Okay. Learn more and earn more. So that was the other reason why I'm like, yeah, I want to read, because I want to get more money. Decrease your television time. So this really breaks down, and this is where I'm at, Oh, okay, so this is chapter 36. Decreasing your television time. Decreasing Learn to read faster and read more. Study the lives of great people. Getting into systems. Readers are leaders. Being prepared, being teachable, so important. To learn and grow in life, you need to be teachable. So, teachable meaning if I tell you something, you can't it does not help you to want to fight the teacher. Even if you don't believe what I'm saying or what somebody else is saying online, having the mindset to ponder the idea is very important because critically thinking and looking at two different ideologies, different thought processes gives you the opportunity to expand and become a greater person, expand your consciousness, and makes you that much better as a human being. Whereas if you are like, oh no, if you are so close minded to things, that does not allow you to grow. Being set in a mindset does not allow you to grow. Think of people that are just not open minded, that just live a certain lifestyle, and those people are typically not as happy as they could be. And happiness is not predicated on the things that you have, right? It's about how you feel on the inside. And I truly feel that having an open mind, being open to different mindsets, has allowed me to live a more full life because it allows you to let go of the need to control how people think and feel. It allows you to express certain things. If they're teachable, they're teachable. If they're not, they're not. Everybody has free will in their decision to move forward in what it is that they're doing. But being teachable that is going to be important in terms of how you move forward um, in life. Okay, so let's see. This book talks about Tony Robbins, all of the great people, you know what I mean? How to keep yourself passionately enthusiastic about change, creating successful relationships. So, this book really touches on all of the aspects of life, giving, how to get started, sharing your wealth, sharing your knowledge, paying yourself first, all of the information that we need in order to grow, a process for accelerated growth, how to connect with other people. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Mastermind, therefore, is both the power that comes to us from each other and the power that comes from us from up above. So that's what we're doing, right? That's what my channel is about. We are creating something greater. Every time you come to my channel, if you are new or if you have been a subscriber, you all know that when you connect with like-minded people, like-minded individuals, like-minded mindsets, this allows for more growth and more power. And that is why this book is so powerful because it gives you really all of the basics in terms of how to improve your life, how to get from where you are to where you want to be with practical commit to lifelong learning. That's a big one. This is on page 262. And shout out to those that like read this book all the way. This, like I said, this is a thick book, and I have highlights all through. And towards the end, it's not as juicy, right? But commit to reading a book like this if you are not where you want to be in life, if you need some inspiration, if you need more education, if you need more enlightenment. This is an amazing, easy read, meaning you don't have to sit up here and Google things and think like, oh, what does he mean by that? It's really very simple and really very simple techniques on how to improve your life and boost your self-esteem. And at that time, that's what I really needed. So if you are struggling with self-esteem and confidence and trying to figure out how do I move forward from whatever mess you have created and whatever mess you find yourself in, this book is going to give you the confidence to do so. I don't know how much it is. Let's check right now together, and then we'll close out this video. Okay. The Success Principles. Wait a minute. Okay, it's $13 on Amazon. This is 30, I'm sorry, on Walmart.com. The paperback is $13.19 on Amazon. If you are lost, honey, if you are lost, if you are tired of listening to YouTubers that are not giving the real tea, do not do audiobook. Baby, go old school. I'm sorry, listening to a book is not reading a book. I'm sorry, you got to look at it and you got to highlight and you have to ponder. You got to ponder. Okay. One last quote. One last quote, and then we are out of here. This is 232. Don't believe anything you hear, even in your own mind, because it's not true. If it's not positive, it's not of God, it's not of you, and don't believe it. Period. The key to dealing with any kind of negative thinking is to realize that you are ultimately in charge of whether to listen to or agree with any thought. Just because you think it or hear it doesn't mean it's true, and it doesn't mean it's from you. You want to consistently ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? Is it getting me closer to where I want to go, or is it taking me further away? Is it motivating me to take action, or is it blocking me with fear and self-doubt? You have to learn to challenge and talk back to the thoughts and the thoughts that are not serving you and creating greater success and happiness. And tell your thoughts what to think. This is a Rev Ike quote. Tell your thoughts what to think. I tell my thoughts what to think all the time. We only think positive stuff around here. We only think about stuff that is going to benefit our lives. Our lives. When I say our lives, I mean my life, my husband's life, my children. And that's on period. And I'm going to end the video on that. I will do another video on the next book. Like I said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. But this was The Success Principles book. Make sure you pick it up. Amazon, Walmart, whatever. If you're stuck, this is the first step.